So, thank you for your input to this last week's discussions around where we come from, specifically looking through the lenses of genetics and linguistics. Uh, it's been a really interesting set of responses that I've read, and seeing that there are no specific questions at the end of the week, this will be fairly short and sweet. But I wanted to bring it back to the issues of how we see and how we know. Having been through the discussion around the appropriate use of technology and the ethical issues associated with moving too fast into this new era. In one of the sessions, we looked at linguistics and DNA as images, as portrayals of something that's quite complex in a particular way. And I explained that we have diverged and set up camp, as it were, in different disciplinary areas that no longer speak to one another. And part of this course is to try and understand a more holistic view of what's going on. As it happens this week, we are caught in South Africa, as you may know or have read, in a series of protracted student protests around the costs of higher education and access for poor students. And this is part of our heritage and our history here in South Africa. This painting behind me is by a colleague of mine, a medical colleague, who has reinterpreted the Guernica painting in terms of our own Guernica, which was called Marikana some years ago, and even in the new democratic South Africa is still a blot on our collective conscience. So we're living in a difficult time. We're living in a complex time, and I want to bring some of these threads together at the end of this week, and hopefully even by the end of the course, to say that we need to look at the whole. We cannot continue to look at things in an isolated, discipline-bound way. And so, just in ending off this week, I'd like to challenge you once again to look at where you come from. Not in terms of a specific discipline, but possibly in terms of an image, a symbol, maybe it's a movement, maybe it's not even something on a page in 2 dimensions, but something that will, for you, and this is obviously very personal, something that will represent accurately for you where you have come from. I don't know what it is, but in trying to draw the complexities of life together, we have to draw on as many different ways of seeing as possible. And this is at the heart of interdisciplinarity, of a generosity towards other ways of seeing, a humility about what we know and hold dear, and the ability to step out of our particular positions, as it were, and see what's in the other, and be able to empathize and understand how the other person or a group sees things. This is our particular challenge in South Africa. This is our challenge right this week in terms of understanding the anger and frustration of our students, and to really see things from their perspective in order to reach some kind of a compromise position. So I'm linking these things to our political context specifically and the issues of our time, because medicine and the arts is not isolated from what's going on around us, and particularly in this country and many others where these issues are on the forefront of most people's existence and consciousness. So have a go at that. Look at how you might portray or express your particular journey, your particular heritage that has brought you to this point and made you what you are, without being bound to one particular way of seeing, and have fun. I look forward to seeing you again on the page, on the web page next week for our final week, when we look at something that's equally fascinating in order to end off the course.